The strength?
Yeah, he's a very consistent horse, and he did very well through the winter on the Fiversand, and he's been in great heart of late, and hopefully the drop of rain will definitely help him, and hopefully be thereabouts.
That's a competitive race. Any riding plans in mind?
He's a type of horse you've got to kind of ride him as you find him, and you've got to have him in his comfort zone, and usually comes home good if you're riding that way. So we'll just kind of have to ride him as we find him, I'd say.
In midsummer, how's the season been going for you so far?
Yeah, the year's gone well. I think 87 winners for the year, and I've got some good contacts to go forward with. So hopefully things continue that way.
And from here, where are you the rest of the weekend?
Got a day off tomorrow. Then it's a double shift on Monday, Wolverhampton and Windsor. So and it looks a very busy week ahead, really. So
well, listen, good luck with the 3 rides here, and all the best for the rest of the season.
Cheers, thank you.
So it looks like the weather's taken a turn for the worst at Ayr. For the next race, the Centresport EBF Maiden over 6 furlongs. Number 5's Knockin' Star doesn't go. Number 1, Courtney Ladd, stall 8, Royston French. 2, Elna Dancer, stall 2, PJ McDonald. 3 is Lucky Beggar, stall 9, Robert Winston. 4, Nordicab, stall 5, Paul Mulrennan. 5, a non-runner. 6, Star of Rome, stall 3, Luke Morris. 7, Tickle Time, stall 4, Graham Gibbons. 8, Bonnie Leslie, stall 1, David Allen. And 9, Sugar Blaze, stall 7, Celine Golem. No betting at the moment. Let me have a quick look on the exchanges and see what's going down there. If you hang on a moment with me, I shall be able to do that. We have Star of Rome available to back at 2.5, Lucky Beggar at 4.3, Tickle Time at 5.7, Nordicab at 12, Bonnie Leslie at 15, and 35 to 1 and upwards the rest. On course, the betting is 6 to 4, and backed Star of Rome from 2 to 1, Lucky Beggar 3 to 1. Slightly uneasy Tickle Time, although he's flirting between 130 and 3 to 1. 8 to 1 Nordicab from 17 to 2. Bonnie Leslie 12 to 1 from 11s. Elna Dancer 20s from 14s. Sugar Blaze 33s. Courtney Ladd 40s from 50s.
Yeah, just reading between the lines in that interview with Luke Morris, I think he fancies this Star of Rome to go quite well. But first question to Mark, it's a race that Richard Fahey's done well with in the past, and he's not got a runner this time.
No runner for Richard this time. He's won it the last 3 years, including 2010 Wootton Bassett won this race. That was the start of his big season as a 2-year-old. So we'll find out whether we've got anything of that calibre. But it's a race with a decent history. Lucky Story won it back in 2003. He proved himself a top class horse as well. So we've got a nice mix this year as well between those who already raced, Star of Rome, Lucky Beggar and Bonnie Leslie, compared to debutants from the likes of Keith Dalglish, David Barron and Alan Swinbank.
What do you make of the form of the favourite? It's the most exposed of the 8 runners. Knockin' Star, of course, a non-runner, and Luke was just saying it was a decent run last time when second at Nottingham.
It was. Bumped into one of Richard Hannon's debutants, Sown by Sheikh Hamdan, came off second best, was beaten 2.5 lengths. I suppose on the face of it, you put his middle run down as a disappointing effort because it was an 8-13 favourite at Ripon, but time's shown that was a good race. Body and Soul that won it was a good winner the other day at Thirst. The third Dream Scenario has gone on to win since, and the race overall's produced 3 winners. So I don't think it was too bad a contest. He's got experience in the book. We've had rain sort of more or less for the last half an hour or so now, so you'd imagine the ground's getting softer. That could be a bit of an issue. He's never raced on slow ground before, and he's by Exceed and Excel, but he's strong in the market.
The second favourite on 3 to 1 is Lucky Beggar. Made his debut at Newmarket in April, ran really green and finished 8 lengths second on that occasion. Stepped up in that one, just going under by a short head when an odds-on favourite at Bath.
Yeah, it was a 4-5 shot, was only beaten a short head last time out. We haven't seen him since the middle of May. He had the misfortune first time out to bump into Bailey's Jubilee, who looked very good at the time, but she hasn't progressed since. Again, he's got form in the book. Robert Winston seemed fairly optimistic of a big run. He's never ridden the horse before, but he seemed to know plenty about him, and I would have thought he would be okay on the ground, being by Verglass.
Newcomer is number 7 Tickle Time, trained by David Barron. Notice gelded for his racecourse debut. Graham Gibbons said after winning the first race that this has been showing something at home.
And the yard have done well with the 2-year-olds this season. They've had a couple of winners, and they were first time out winners as well. Ahern won at Musselburgh, Cosmic Chatter won at Haydock first time out. The yard have already had 2 winners this afternoon. He's gelded already, but Cosmic Chatter was as well when he won on debut.
Another debutant in this race is Nordic Cab for Kevin Ryan, another one that's gelded, and Paul Mulrennan's on board. There was some support this morning for Nordic Cab, who's a half-brother to Get Carter, who is winning form at 6 and 7 furlongs.
Yeah, he went through the sales ring for 28,000. Another debutant, Elna Dancer. Alan Swinbank does really well at the track with his 2-year-olds. He's 5 from 14 in the last 5 years, but doesn't appear to be any confidence in the market. 20-1 shot.
Just a couple left to come forward there. Tickle Time still to go forward, and the other one looks as if it's possibly Corton Lad is going to be last in. Let's get back to David for this 2-year-old race.
Thanks very much, Gordon. The last one going in. Corton Lad is in, they're set. And they're off and racing, and slow to get into stride, Corton Lad for the Sunsport EBF Maiden Stakes. Star of Rome got a good break. That's the red cap up there with the beige silks. That is Nordicarb, the debutant, showing good early speed for Paul Mulrennan. Light blue colours to the outside. Over on the far side, Bonnie Leslie, but coming stand side. An interesting move here. Lucky Beggar and Robert Winston right on the stands rail. Over on the far side, Tickle Time, Star of Rome is up there. Elna Dancer, orange and blue in behind, with Sugar Blaze, the white face, and Corton Lad is outpaced at the back of the field. So they are approaching halfway, and this Lucky Beggar has got an advantage of a couple of lengths here to Nordicab. Star of Rome, Luke Morris is getting busy. Bonnie Leslie, the far side, David Allen, the light blue. They're having to shake them up. Tickle Time is in around about 3rd place over on the far side. They approach their final 2 furlongs here, and on this near side it is Lucky Beggar that has it in isolation with Robert Winston on board. Over in the centre of the track, Lucky Beggar is up there and running a big race, and also with Nordicab about to come in the furlong, and it's Tickle Time in the centre of the track. This near side, Lucky Beggar, but Tickle Time very well backed earlier in the day, coming inside the half furlong. Elna Dancer running a very big race. Lucky Beggar can't win. It is Tickle Time. Well, someone knew something. This one was well backed earlier in the day and wins very well. Second, Elna Dancer, and then Nordicab in 3rd. Bonnie Leslie 4th. The gamble didn't pay off. Lucky Beggar, and then Corton Lad.
First, number 7, Tickle Time. Second, number 2,
Places. Well, the market principles beforehand might have been horses with experience, but in the end, the 1, 2, 3 are all newcomers. Tickle Time, gelded for his racecourse introduction for Graham Gibbons and David Barron's, won really well. Elna Dancer, Alan Swinbank and PJ McDonald there with the second, and Nordic Cab, who led up the centre, has finished in 3rd place. And the feature of the race, Mark, was the fact that shortly after the start, Robert Winston took Lucky Beggar to race alone under the stand side, and for a long way might have been up in front.
He did, yeah. Halfway looked as though he was in front. He's a touch keen, but you can see Robert Winston's making a beeline to come up this stand side now. Nordic Cab's taking them along up the middle of the main pack. He looked professional throughout. He's travelled strongly. Tickle Time's got a good lead into the race. He's sat in just in behind, but David Barron just goes from strength to strength. I think it's his 3rd winner of the afternoon, something like his 14th winner of the month. They're in fantastic form. He's already had to introduce some decent 2-year-olds so far, and the market was right about this. He seems really strong beforehand, and he looks a useful prospect.
Yeah, the centre of the track's where the action is now, because fading after racing alone there, you can see in short Lucky Beggar, who did almost show in front for a wee while and then drops out of contention. Just coming through to lead now is the winner, Tickle Time, from Elna Dancer, who's stuck on really well to finish in 2nd place. Nordic Cab, we had support this morning for this, has finished in 3rd. They've pulled clear of, I think it's Bonnie Leslie, back in 4th place. And Tickle Time, who's a half-brother to Angelic Upstart, who won over further than this 6 furlongs. I think it was 7 furlongs and a mile. And David Barron, as Mark was telling you, a yard on fire at the moment. You can just see, I mean, Roberts clearly thought there might have been a little bit of an advantage there, and there wasn't a disadvantage for a long time, but then once he came off the bridle, nothing really to race against.
Well, that's the thing, there's just no company on his gone solo on this near side. He's kept up for much of the way, but he didn't finish off his race. But the front 3 look decent prospects, most notably the winner.
Tickle Time then, a popular winner according to the cheers we heard from one of the champagne bars, Liddy, and a great day so far for David Barron.
It's been a fantastic day so far for David Barron, with that win for Tickle Time on Racecourse Debut, and also Annie Beach's victory in the 5 furlong handicap at Newmarket. Graham Gibbons has ridden this one to victory. The horse gelded for Racecourse Debut in the colours of Miss N.J. Barron at 7-2. Second is Anna Dancer at 20-1, and third was Nordicab at 17-2. The beaten favourite was Star of Rome at 13-8. Nomina 5 and 8 ran.
In the late 1890s, Todd Sloan came over from the States and gained a reputation for winning races from the front. That's where the phrase "on your Todd" comes from.
Newmarket's next race is this one. The Bet365 maiden over 7 furlongs. Nomina number 10, Zane Eagle. Number 1, Chesterfield, stall 2, Mikel Barcelona. 2 is Harry Bosch, stall 6, Martin Dwyer. 3 is High 4, stall 10, Jamie Spencer. 4 is McAfee, stall 7, Jean-Pierre Guillenbert. 5 is Royal Chalice, stall 9, Kieran O'Neill. 6 is Shabibi, stall 1, Tygo Shea. 7, Top Joker, stall 3, Antioch Emerger claims 5. 8, Tropical Song, stall 5, Robert Havlin. 9, Yellow Mountain, stall 4, Adam Kirby.